All right, so I'm going to talk a little bit about Christmas in Germany. The main reason why I want to talk about this is because I think that they have a lot of really unique traditions there, and their whole Christmas season is kind of longer and more elaborate than ours. I mean, usually we start, decorating around December, and you might do a few things before Christmas, but they actually have a lot of different specific traditions that they do throughout that time. So one of the first things is they have advent calendars and these wreaths they call advent crowns. So traditionally, this is a Roman Catholic celebrated as a Catholic holiday. They don't usually do so many, but a lot of traditions still carry on from that. So the Advent starts 4 Sundays before Christmas. So for this wreath, there's 4 candles. So each Sunday they would light one candle, and then probably on Christmas Eve, they might have a candle in the center as well to light. And then you've probably seen advent calendars before here because they've kind of spread to the US and other countries now. But there's 24 doors in there, so they can open one every day up until Christmas Eve. And usually they have like little chocolates or other candies in there. And that was actually something that was started in Germany in the 1900s. The next thing is on December 6th is actually when Santa Claus will come, and they call him St. Nicholas. And he has a sidekick, that guy, and he will supposedly beat naughty children and leave them coal and sticks. So that's kind of an incentive to be good. And what the children do is they leave their shoes outside their door on December 6th, and Santa Claus will supposedly come and fill them with fruits, chocolate, candy, and I left my shoes out when I was in Germany, and I got those things. So if you're ever there, I would suggest that. And also he often visits like schools and kindergartens along with his sidekicks. So, and also there's, depending on where you are in Germany, some of the sidekicks for Santa Claus look pretty creepy, kind of like demons and monsters. I don't know, you can look up pictures of them later. I didn't want to put them on here because they're really weird. But that's pretty cool tradition to look at. It's just from different folk tales and stuff, depending on where you are.
If I leave out multiple pairs of shoes, will I get multiple?
I don't know. I've never tried that.
A one shoe per person type thing.
Yeah, I think you can put, like, I put out a pair of shoes, so you can get 2, but not more than that. Another thing that's really big around Christmas time are the Christmas markets. So this is one of the largest Christmas markets in Nuremberg. They usually start around late to mid-November. And basically it's just a bunch of outdoor shops where you can buy decorations, food, gifts, just anything like that that has to do with Christmas. And do I have a thing? Oh yeah, so the word for that is Weihnachtsmarkt or Christkindlmarkt. And this is just like one of the booths, what one of them might look like, that's selling decorations and ornaments. And then I actually have a little video of how, oh shoot, did it work? Okay, of how
we're going to have to switch the...
Oh, did I go?
Share is paused for you.
Sorry, I messed up. Okay. Okay.
Looks like we kind of got it.
And I'll kind of tell you. Oh, no. This is just the city. Those are like, they're called Lebkuchen, and they're kind of just like gingerbread hearts. Here you can just kind of see what some of the shops and decorations might look like that you can buy there. It's a really popular food there is bratwurst, which is kind of just like a sausage, and you put what do you call that?
Oh, sauerkraut.
Sauerkraut on it. Yeah, the word. And then this is a really popular drink called Glühwein, and it's like a mulled wine, and you can also get a non-alcoholic version.
For those who don't know, what is mulled wine?
It's kind of just like a hot wine with some spices and
Fruit, a lot of fruit. Yeah, so they like heat it up and they put like oranges, sometimes like different types of citrusy type fruit. It's just really good. Both, yeah, the non-alcoholic version. It's really good.
yeah. How do I switch back? Sorry. Can't do the computer. Yeah, so hopefully that just gives you kind of a little idea of what it might be like there. And also some cities, like larger cities like Chicago, here have started having small Christmas markets. I've actually been to the one in Chicago. It's a lot smaller than the ones in Germany, but it's still pretty cool.
I got it. No, I didn't get it.
I know.
Sorry.
Technical difficulties.
It's the PowerPoint is not showing. Oh, it's showing. Oh,
Okay, cool.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, okay, great.
So these are the things I talked about, the gingerbread hearts. They'll often have different sayings on them.
wait, can you read those?
I can't.
Missed mine, Zeus.
I don't know German that well. And then the Glühwein, and a lot of Christmas markets have specific mugs that you can get your Glühwein in. So each one would have like a new one every year, and you get to like take them home and you use that like the whole time.
These are just saying, you're my sweet little bear. Thank you so much. Happy birthday. Hello from whatever town this is. My little prince or princess. Yeah.
So we do have someone in here, she didn't hear, that speaks German. So she said some of them say, I think like, you're my little bear. Said happy
This
birthday.
was like you.
Princess.
I love you.
I love
I love
you.
you.
You are my something. But
Oh,
what's
that's you're my sweet bear.
sweet bear?
Hello
Zeus.
from wherever, what town.
And then hello from like which town it is in. So
Can you ask a question?
Someone's trying to ask me.
Yeah, we're gonna take questions at the end, so you can like type it
Okay.
at the end, or you can
Okay.
submit them now. Yeah,
Okay,
submit them
thank you.
now, and then we'll answer them at the end.
another popular food is Stollen, and the
Ooh, it's so good.
yeah, it's kind of like a fruit cake, but I think it's better than a fruit
yeah.
cake. And it has like powdered sugar on top, and there's sometimes like raisins or like candied orange in there. In Dresden, there's another Christmas market, and they have a festival for this. Actually, if you can see this picture on the left, that's like a giant cake, like
Oh my god.
compared to the people. Yeah, so that's a really big
That's
thing
one
there.
That's the
Yeah.
whole the powder, like the
Wow.
white is.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
whole cake. It's the whole white thing on the left. I actually saw them like making it in some pictures, and they basically take like a bunch of little cakes and like put them all together, but I cannot imagine how long that would take. And then like everybody shares it, obviously, because yeah.
And you can buy them here in the States.
Yeah, and you can buy them here as well too sometimes. I've seen them in like Trader Joe's before, actually.
Really?
Somebody wants to get that sugar on top of the strawberry.
Yeah, it's powdered sugar on top of the cake. Another thing you would see in a Christmas market are these Christmas pyramids. The one on the left is like a really huge one, like you can see compared to the buildings. And the one on the right is like one that you'd have like on your table in your house. Usually they have like manger scenes or sometimes like just different folk scenes depicted on them. Apparently they were started being used in the Middle Ages. Obviously not exactly like this, but something similar.
So
And
they turn, right?
yeah, I have a video on the next slide. I
Oh,
can show you
cool.
guys how they move a little bit. But they're just powered by the heat from the candles, and then they like spin around, and it's really cool. So if I can get this to work really quick. Oh no, I share this thing.
No, it's okay.
Okay, I'm glad you know.
Yeah.
Oh, it shared already. Yeah, so it just kind of looks like this, and it's literally just powered by like the heat, and then it just spins around. So that's pretty cool. And this one has a manger scene on it. And they can be really big or small. This one's kind of a smaller one, but I know like we have one that's like multiple different tiers. So yeah. And then, so right around Christmas, there's obviously Christmas Eve. Usually on Christmas Eve, they will go to a church service. Also, something different they do is exchange gifts on Christmas Eve instead of Christmas Day like we do. I know sometimes like my parents would let me open maybe one gift or something, but we definitely don't open all our gifts in my family on Christmas Eve. They often decorate the tree then. Traditionally, it's decorated by the mother in the family, but this is something their trees might look like. They're kind of not as like elaborately decorated as I know like we do. We put so many ornaments on it and it's just crazy. But they're kind of more traditional, less flashy. They don't usually have like colored Christmas lights or anything, and they traditionally use candles as well. Sometimes people still use real candles, which is kind of like a fire hazard, so they're kind of going away from that now. But definitely candles are traditional to have on your tree.
When I was there,
well,
actually I was in Switzerland, but it was the German part of, or like the part closest to Germany, and we just lit the candles kind of ceremoniously for like 10 minutes and then blew them out. So we didn't keep them out for very long, but it's really beautiful.
And then basically on Christmas Day, it's just kind of more of a family day. They usually have a traditional dinner. They would probably eat goose. I know I usually don't eat goose on Christmas. I don't know if any of you have had goose before, but that is definitely the traditional meal. And then the day after Christmas, the 26th as well, it's kind of just more of a family time, and they celebrate that as well, which is usually not something we celebrate here. So,
My host family had goose.
my gosh, I have never eaten goose. I don't know.
It's
It's not really very
but
popular.
never,
What does it taste like? Just like
I think it tastes like duck, but that probably doesn't help you haven't eaten duck. I don't know.
Kind of like chicken.
It's kind of like chicken. It's kind of like chicken. Yeah, you don't really notice. It's pretty good.
I feel like that's what everyone says.
Yeah,
about
everything
any
tastes like
meat
chicken.
I've tried before.
But yeah, it's not bad. But
Oh.
I don't really. It's not kind of hard to find here.
Yeah.
Um,
That's pretty much
At
it.
the end of Christmas.
Yeah.
Okay.